That's how we're gonna do this. So let's start right here. What is your take on the Brittney Griner situation?
Okay.
Let's start there.
So, for me, wise, I'm 50-50 on it.
Why?
Okay, so my first 50-50 is glad the sister is home, U.S., But my other 50%, I'm upset because it's like it shows us that, okay, we can go to somewhere else and still get away with something without facing the consequences.
Mm-hmm. If
you're known, yeah. But even I'm just saying though, what gets me so upset though, and I'm not pushing on people's, their money or celebrity wise or this and that, but you should be still entitled to get the same consequences as a non-celebrity would.
Now,
that's what I'm saying.
I like the take, and I appreciate that a whole lot. Here's my point. I'm gonna reiterate this point for the people on the podcast.
Spit it out. What is it?
Brittney Griner, celebrity, right?
Yeah. Debatable, but yes.
She's a basketball player.
She's known. We'll say she's known.
She's enough of a celeb. She's not like she's a nobody. We're not gonna go there and say like nobody knows her. But in the same conversation piece, you had other people in Russian custody.
Yes.
The Marine was one of them.
Okay, so
the Marine was one of them.
Tell me the story about the Marine. I didn't get the whole story.
Marine went in there for basically a war crime.
I'm just gonna search his name up. Go.
Yeah, he was in there for a while. And again, I forget his name off the top of my head. Pardon your kid. I've been working. But he was in there for a war crime. Whereas, yes, Brittney was detained for something that we consider light. Mm-hmm. We consider, people in the U.S. consider like cannabis oil and like weed drug charges a light thing. Does that make sense? But in other countries,
Paul Whelan.
That's the name, Paul Whelan. They don't consider.
Yeah, he's been there since 2018.
Right. They don't consider,
Wow.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, that's right. They don't consider drug charges a light thing. That's one. They don't play that, especially Russia. And you got to understand the climate of what you're walking into, which goes to your point. What she did was put herself in a position knowing the climate that we ain't cool with Russia right now. They're going to battle with Ukraine and we coming to the aid of Ukraine and you're going to sit up here and try to pull something like this. Mm-hmm. Knowing that you're a celebrity, knowing that you're known, knowing that the likelihood that they're going to put the brakes on you, even if you're a nobody, they're going to put the brakes on you.
Just because
you're a somebody, they're really going to put the brakes on you because they know you're somebody. So they could use you as a political chip to say that we're going to dangle this in front of you.
You are literally a walking target.
Right. That's why they gave her 9 years. Even though, I'm going to tell you right now, if it was anybody else, they would have got 9 years too. You want to know why? Because that's Russian law. It is their rules. You're on their soil. You play by their rules.
I think there's another thing a lot of people realize. She's not innocent.
Right.
She did break the law.
She broke a law that she actually said that she was guilty for. That's one. But go back to my original point of there was other people that you could have got. Especially if you have POWs that's there that you could have gotten in exchange. As opposed to getting her. Does that make sense? This was a Marine. Now, I take this part kind of personal because if it was my son, who was a Marine, by the way, shout out to my son, by the way.
Sure.
If it was my son and he was in a POW situation, I know he understands the job is dangerous when he took it. He understands that. And he understands as a POW, and I understand this Marine understands it too. That when you're a POW, you're caught in war, he understands that this is what it is. But if you have the opportunity to go get him, who actually has a lot more pull for your military and stuff, as opposed to just pulling a celebrity just because he's a celebrity, go get my son.
Yeah.
Forget all that. I'm gonna keep a trillion, and I know that's not the right take, and I'm sorry, but if my son was captured as a POW for whatever the situation is, and we have a chance to go get him, go get my son.
And it's really messed up because there have been some interviews of Paul's family.
Damn, what's my boy Marcus? No. Keep going.
Yeah, and there have been interviews or statements from Paul's family saying they're trying to be cool with it, but you can tell they're deeply upset by it.
Of course, they're
Because
upset by that.
they're saying, well, we're glad that
Yeah, I mean,
we were glad they're coming home and whatnot. They don't want, but you left our family over there.
Yeah, but
And you know what?
This is why I give him.
That would be a case of just keeping the charm. I'm just but off camera, like you said, they are pissed.
Yeah, like you could see it in their
can see it
faces
in
and
their
their eyes.
face.
They're like,
Dude,
they're so torn up about it. They're like, this is what you do?
But
right.
And this is still bothering me to this day, though, guys. It's like you should be able to have the same consequences as a non-celebrity of getting busted. Anything you do,
But
I just hate to see.
But you,
I mean, and I get it. Money talks. You got the money.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where this may not totally apply, but I'm sure you may have heard the phrases "laws are for the poor."
Right, but this is not. But you're talking about somebody who's defending the country. This is not somebody who's like a nobody. Who's again, he is a nobody in comparison to like a Brittney Griner. I mean, we didn't know about this dude until now.
Nobody knew about this man until this happened.
Right, but here's the thing:
except his family.
we should have known.
Yeah.
Especially if you're willing to deal.
They knew.
And on top of that,
they knew.
No.
We us.
Didn't know.
No.
We didn't know. The public didn't know that he was a POW.
The government knew. Of course they knew.
The government knew.
Okay.
This is why they were trying to bargain for this. Part of the bargaining was.
But now it's out. What's gonna happen now? Because now it's out. It's out now.
I'm gonna tell you what I know they're not going to do. But what they should have done was, if you're going to trade, we need both of them.
We need anyone. There's more than just Paul.
No. Well, I'm just saying, but at least.
But see, here,
at least give us one.
But now it's known that
he's there.
He's there.
Oh, it's
on public now.
It's gonna cause a stink.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's something to go down.
But here's the thing. Now, see, this is where the President Biden, he put himself in a box, and this is where he's strapped in, where you almost kind of got to do something now, and I don't think he's in a position to negotiate anymore because it was our person. We went to them. They didn't come to us. We had to.
And that's what they wanted. And that's what they wanted.
Biden had to go to Putin and say, "What is it going to take for us to get this done?"
And they knew we was.
And the whole thing was, I know that probably in the conversation piece they were trying to probably get both. I'm not saying that Biden didn't try to get both. Man, I ain't gonna be like naive and say that he didn't try to get both. I'm just telling you that Putin probably said, "We ain't giving you both. You wanted her. Y'all was making this thing about her. We'll give you her. She don't really make no importance. But in turn, we want this dude." Now here's the part when it gets stupid.
Okay.
This dude, arms dealer.
Okay.
War criminal
arms dealer, meaning that he's the one who supplies them things to multiple countries.
Hold on, he's got a nickname too. Let me find it real quick.
Yeah, he provides some things to multiple countries who are purposely against the U.S. Why do you think we had him in custody?
And how long we had him in custody?
For a few years. We had him in custody because we caught him. We had him as our POW.
Yeah, his name is Victor Bout.
No, what the nickname is
But his nickname is the Merchant
of Death. Because he's the one who supplied.
I'll see if I can find a picture.
Yeah, he's the one who supplied them things to other countries, including Russia, by the way, to ensure that it goes against the U.S. Because again, he said, "I would like nothing more than to see Americans die." That's why we had him. But we had to give that dude up for Brittney Griner. Really?
And I wonder how.
Really? So you gonna give up just because she's just because she's a celeb?
But I wonder how the exchange looked at the board. Right? How they did
they have pictures of that. If you could watch, y'all could watch the exchange on TMZ when that pops out. Y'all could watch that.
That's gonna be
no, because they have still footages of the exchange happening and stuff. And from what it looked like in the UAE, it looked like it was a pretty clean exchange for how that went. Prisoner to prisoner, they walk. Of course, make sure everybody do the thing. Couple of bags exchange. That's how the stuff goes.
So it's like any other deal.
Yeah, it's just like if you were negotiating. I hate to put it in these terms, but you know, if you're negotiating a drug deal,
Can you imagine something popped off right there though?
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: anything could have popped off.
It's happened in the past. You just don't hear about it
Right,
because
if somebody flinches or something, like, it gets ugly.
There was deals like this going on all the time in the 80s with the drug trade and whatnot.
Right. But when you have POW,
I'm sorry.
yeah, when you have.
Keep going. You think you're gonna distract me? Keep going.
What?
Leave him alone. Leave him
I
alone.
want to pop that
After the episode.
Get a hot butter knife. I'm sorry. But
you exchanged her for him. I kind of have a problem with that because no matter what she does, she's not going to be able to give you that much impact.
This was
Versus this dude who could turn around and be the start of the next World War
So now-
because he's
okay,
free
so-
in Russian custody. He's been in our prison system, and you know how our prison system is. You know, even in the military prison system, you know these boys talk. You know, he probably been talking, hey, there's a potential I might get out.
You
give me
know-
some info.
you know-
do this. You know somebody will open up their
You
mouth.
know he made friends.
Right, and you know in Russia, you know good and well in Russia she didn't make no friends.
New connections have been made.
Right, she in Russia,
he back home
she
now,
had
so now he can apply some
She
stuff.
in Russia, she had to cut off her locks because she had to take them cold showers, and she wasn't prepared for them cold Russian winters.
Things are gonna get worse.
It's a bad deal. Now, here's the sentiment. I agree with you. I am glad she's home and okay. This is not to say that I am so insensitive that she is not home and okay.
I'm not completely.
But how do you interview her?
You can't. No, you can. But what are you really gonna say?
Because
Yeah,
that's what I'm waiting
how
on.
can
I'm waiting
you
on
have-
her to
she's
be on
gonna-
that 2020
She's
or
gonna be on somebody's show. They're gonna somebody's gonna
have her.
somebody and this is the other thing, and they know this. There is television companies bidding currently for the rights to have that first interview. You don't know. I can tell you right now, it could probably be ABC. It could be. I'm pretty sure it's gonna probably be Oprah, and that's who probably should.
No. Who was that? Who was that one lady who did R. Kelly? Who interviewed R. Kelly?
Talking about Gail?
Yeah.
That's Oprah's best friend.
So your money's Oprah.
Get Oprah.
Get over.
Why? You want to know why? Because she's the only one who could be neutral enough to make this happen. If you're gonna, I'm gonna say this right, and I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. And I don't want this to sound racist at all, but you gotta get somebody black to do this.
Of course. No offense.
No, and I'm not trying to say that to be funny. I'm just saying that because you need somebody who's going to be there, but also to be able to ask the questions and be unafraid to ask those tough questions to her.
It's not being
You need two black people.
It's not.
No, but you got to have somebody to ask her the tough questions.
It's not being racist. It's being aware of the situation.
Right, but you
I
got
get
to
Oprah.
I mean, now let's say you don't get an Oprah. I mean, you got to get somebody like.
I get Steve Harvey.
No.
Are you insane?
No.
No. That's I would get Steve Harvey.
I'm cool with Steve.
I don't think he's suited for this. No. He's got a lot of suits.
This is not. This is very political. This is very money driven to a lot of
very hot topic.
And it's very touchy.
Okay. I
I
was
don't
just
think
joking on that.
I don't think Steve would be able to.
I know.
But who? If
You get Oprah. You want to know why? Because she can ask the tough questions.
I can see Oprah doing that.
Tough
But
questions,
if
the-
Oprah is not
Let's say
it,
Oprah don't want to do it.
then who? Because I don't see anybody.
Because you have to figure out. Huh?
Wow.
You got to get somebody.
For some reason, I can see that.
But you got to get somebody who will be able to ask the tough questions without it going overboard where she's going to be able to answer. And I don't think that you can just throw anybody in front of her and do that.
And on top of that, we gotta make sure that she's up to interview. We don't know her condition.
Oh no, it's not going to happen anytime soon.
This is something that's going to happen most likely next year.
I just know that I could tell you right now, there is companies who's probably waiting for her to clear protocol because she's in Texas right now clearing physical protocol. She's going to get home to Arizona.
What blows me away, it's just this all boils down every single time. It always boils down to money.
Yes, and they're
every single time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right, because it does come out of money, because they're bidding on this interview. I tell you right now, there's companies, that's going to be some major ABC, NBC, CBS, own network. Somebody's going to bid a buttload of money for that interview, and they're going to pay her a god-awful amount of money. And when I say god-awful amount, I'm talking about it's probably, for an hour interview, that's probably she's probably getting a bag of like 10 to 15 million to get to sit down. Literally. That's how much they're probably going to bid to get this done. Because A, they have it, and B, if you could get this interview off.
That looks good on you.
It looks, yeah, because you're going to be the first one, because you have all eyes on you. You know how much advertising dollars they would get off of this?
That person who interviewed, you know how much that person would make?
Just for that, you've seen this happen for other people. So why
like the ratings or the views? They probably make that money back in no time.
They will make it in the advertising and the front end and back end of that will make up for that alone. Because all they do is like, oh, we got the Brittney Griner interview. Now we can go to Walmart. How much y'all want to pay for some advertising spot? Mm-hmm. McDonald's, y'all want to get an advertising spot in here too? You know how much money they're going to make just for the advertising spot behind it?
They're just for one advertisement deal, they'll make more than what they paid her.
They're going to get that back in a heartbeat. Because they know every single eye will be on them.
What's up?
That's part of it. But go ahead, keep going.
Does this affect her career?
Absolutely.
Is she going to be? She's not playing no ball. I mean, and if she does play some ball,
I mean, I'm totally 100%.
The answer is yes.
You want to know if it's
behind you on that one?
Career, yeah.
But she's gonna play some ball.
Okay.
I'm not trying. What I'm about to say may sound mean. I'm not trying.
And they're gonna give her the heroes. This is the part. They're gonna give her the heroes welcome to play some ball.
I'm not trying to be mean when I say this, but this whole situation has made her more famous than her actual career has.
Facts.
That's a fact.
That is a whole fact, because she's going to be able to go to the WNBA, and the WNBA is going to have every single eye on them game one when she's ready to play.
They're going to put her on the cover of a lot of stuff.
She's going to be on the cover of everything. She's on the cover of Sports Illustrated. She's on the cover of Slam. She's on the cover of this. She is going to be the topic of conversation. And once she plays her first game,
this is a movie to be made.
Yeah, it is. No, it is
10 years.
No, it's not even that. It'll be
10 years. It'll be
I guarantee.
I guarantee somebody already writing the script right now.
Already scripting it.
Yeah,
Are you saying we're going to be getting a sequel to the Midnight Express?
Kind of.
This will be for 2025. I bet you.
Probably straight to streaming.
No, I mean, no. Somebody's going to get this and run with it.
This is a movie.
This is a movie. A very easily.
You could get 2 movies out of this.
You're going to get the. Here's what I think happened, and then you're going to get the real. Here is the autobiographical, like the real version of this.
Oh, this could be a sequel.
Probably.
You know, it's so crazy.
You put it on Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
she's
getting every single good thing for doing something wrong.
We're joking, but we're not really joking.
I'm not playing with y'all right now.
I'm
not playing. For her doing something wrong, she's going to get all kinds of good benefits for doing something terrible.
That's the word. I mean, there's a lot of bad in this situation, but that's one of the worst parts of the situation is that she's going to be hailed as some sort of, hero by a lot of people.
Yeah, she did some
for breaking the law.
Now,
yeah, but you broke the law in another country.
Now, here goes a $1 million question.
What?
Do you think she had to be looking over her shoulders for the rest of her life?
No.
Not here, at least.
She...
Most likely
I'm going to tell you right now.
No.
She ain't
I'm asking him this question.
She ain't traveling.
Me and you know.
She ain't traveling.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you right now. One of those stipulations for her to get home, I guarantee you, she ain't playing no basketball overseas.
Oh, of course not.
No.
She ain't traveling overseas.
Traveling privileges have been revoked.
No, it's not the fact that it's been, well, yes, because they ain't going to let her go out and subject herself to another country and we have to do this again. She ain't going nowhere.
Gosh, don't even joke about that.
No, I'm just telling you it's a fact. She wouldn't even be able to vacation no place outside of the...
Shit, her mama handcuff her. You ain't going
No. Where's she going to... She ain't going. She couldn't even get to Canada right. Or Mexico right. You want to know why? Because as soon as she steps outside of those borders, it's going to be a problem.
So are you saying it's like a form of house arrest, but the nation...
More or less.
More or less.
More or less.
I can
I
see
don't
it.
care how much money you got. I'm gonna tell you right now, you spending all that money in the States.
Don't bring your ass over here.
No, because again, because as soon as you recognize that you someplace outside of that,
and this is why I respect every country who has these laws for a reason. And this is something we got to get better on too.
Well, like
because it's like, look, you come to market, we ain't tolerating that.
that's
you gonna shit.
We're
not tolerating.
No, that's the problem. The problem is exactly what you just said. When we go over to other countries,
They tell us right there in the front.
they tell you right
At
off
the-
rip,
at the
you
check
ain't
stand.
doing this, you ain't doing that, you ain't wearing this, you ain't
Yeah.
doing you. They went over to the World Cup, and yeah, they let old girl try to flaunt off a little bit,
shit.
but I tell you, every other female wasn't doing that because they knew that it was going to be a problem. They told them, you dress modest, you dress like
And
this.
you know who does that? You know who puts that emotion effect real serious? France.
A lot of places put
Yeah.
that in
a
motion.
prime example of what you guys are talking about is Singapore.
Right.
Yeah,
But
they really put
we-
that shit in effect.
No,
These
they kill
people could come
people.
over here and they get the slap on the hand, we send them back, whatever. You go over there, it's a problem. That's the problem we have. It's the fact that just because we're cool with it over here, it doesn't mean that they're cool with it over there. And I don't care where you can pick where you want to say over there is.
The problem is a lot of Americans are ignorant, and they think that just because that's how it works here, it works over there.
Right.
That's not the case.
Exactly.
It is far from the case, man.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta understand when you're in another country's other country rules and stop acting like it's otherwise. That's why they ain't gonna let Brittney get out no place. Because you already messed that up. Because you thought that, oh well, over in the States, I have some weed oil and it's a slap on the wrist. In every other country, it's a problem.
Years.
I'll tell you the other thing that's a problem. That reason why they tried to held her up. Here's the other part of that story that we didn't get to just yet, and it ties into it. What's the new law that Russia just implemented a couple weeks ago?
What is it?
So Putin just said, he
think
just said that if you are gay or lesbian, you cannot vocalize that. You cannot talk about it. You cannot have no propaganda around it or anything like
So
that.
this is like, didn't America have something similar way back? The don't ask, don't tell. Oh no, that was for the army.
That was just in the military.
But
But
that's the same like keep it
Kinda.
to yourself.
No, it's like one of those. I don't want to see it. I don't want to. If you put it on your social media, you put it out there.
What's the penalty?
That's what we don't know just yet because this just came into effect. So he just kind of pinned this together. And I guess I don't know if they got a vote on
Do
it
you
or
think
whatnot.
it's death?
I don't know if it's death, but I tell you what,
You're gonna disappear.
when he starts doing stuff like this, he ain't playing around. He just proved his point. And keep in mind, Brittney Griner, obviously lesbian. Obviously, she's in a
Isn't they a transgender?
No, she ain't trans. She's a female, but she's with another female.
I'm nearly positive.
No, she's not trans.
She's not trans.
She's definitely a female, but she is with another female. She is.
She just look.
She looks. I know she looks dudeish because of her haircut now because they cut off all her dreads and stuff. But no, she is definitely a female. But she is married. I'm just keeping it.
No.
I'm just keeping it in the beam.
I'm laughing at Victor because
I know. He see the picture and he's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a female, but in a female relationship. And this is the other thing. Here's the other flip of it. Now, Putin, they're doubling down.
No, yeah, you were right.
Yeah, they're doubling
Forgive
down.
me. It's just you heard the voice, how she spoke.
Right. I know. She's
exceedingly deep.
Yeah, no, she's one of those. She's one of those females who's like one of those try to be a dude. No, she's one of the females who try to be a dude, and you get that.
No,
But
I
the
thought it was
problem
a dude trying to be a chick.
Yeah, no, it was a chick trying to be a dude. But hey, I'm just we on that speak this truth stand
I'm
the devil.
trying not to be ignorant here.
But what makes me mad about this is that she just doubled in, and then Russia just doubled in and said, "Look, we're gonna make a law about it. Don't put that out there."
Shit, I ain't mad at them at that point.
Because again, it's one of those.
Now, I have an idea of why he did it. Did he say why he did it?
He hasn't went that far, but I think this has part to do with it.
And I wouldn't be mad at him if he don't even explain why he did it.
He doesn't have to.
Oh no, he's in charge. Yeah. It's not a democracy.
Yeah. He ain't got to explain himself.
He doesn't have to.
No, but I'm just curious if he said why.
Because he hasn't.
I think it just boils down. I don't want to see it.
He doesn't want to see it. He is he already proven that he's like one of those man type. You know, he's one of those. He's supposed to be with a female. A man's supposed to be a female. Female's supposed to be a dude, and that's it. He is very.
Well, that is the natural order.
We obviously know that. But like I said, his way of thinking completely counters our way of thinking. Mm-hmm. You want to know why? One of the reasons why they went to go get Brittney Griner is because she is lesbian. We're in voting season.
So publicity.
If Biden could do this and say like, well, I did this to be in support of the LGBTQIA
community.
Yeah, straighten that. Yeah. You know that you could pull that off. He could go to their community. He could go in there and be like, you know, I did this for y'all. I need some votes in return.
I'm pretty sure most of these LGBT people are aware of how bad of a deal this was.
They don't care because what they see is one of theirs getting home.
And I can see Dave Chappelle.
And I can see
Dave Chappelle raising his eyebrow on this because this is exactly what he just talked about in his.
Yeah, they just didn't stand up. First of all, that's side note. Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle was in Anaheim. I'm kind of mad I didn't get a chance to go to that joint.
Yeah,
boy. I heard
it was off the hook.
And I heard they brought that whole house. I heard Chris Rock went in and went super hard.
I wanted to go to that.
I completely forgot that they were coming. But he went hard in the paint. I heard Chappelle, Chappelle does what Chappelle does. I heard they both knocked out.
I missed
sidebar. But back to Brittney. Part of that was because of the because she's gay. She's lesbian, excuse me. She's lesbian.
So you did it to appeal to a small group of people. And then
they ain't that small, unfortunately.
No, they're small, they're just loud.
They are getting more.
It's a move.
They're loud and they have some pockets.
It's their movement.
Yeah, they're loud and they have pockets. And believe it or not, in politics especially,
but
there's a lot of them in there.
And
that's the problem too.
And see,
one of the reasons is everything's falling apart.
Let me clarify this, and I'm not,
And this is not I'm
not making fun of because I got friends who's the LGBT community.
That's a fact. I'm just being honest with y'all. And I'm
not
saying that that's
one thing. My good friend, because she's trans, she always told me that if I can dish it out, so can you. So it shouldn't be no circumstance of why if somebody gonna talk shit about me, I have to accept that. I can talk shit about them too. Everybody needs to accept it. Somebody's gonna talk shit about you.
That's just life.
That's just life. But like she explained to me, certain people can't dish it out, and that's why how this world is sometimes. So, and shout out to my homegirl for telling me that, because it's like, how do you clarify that? If you want the same equal rights as everybody, you should be willing to be able to dish it out as the same as everybody else. Whether what you go on, I don't judge nobody on their sexuality and stuff like that. You entitled to be. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's your choice. Now,
yeah. This is I don't agree.
Now with this Brittney Griner shit, it shouldn't be just because she's.
That's part of it.
It's
part of it.
That's just naturally wrong.
No. But keep in mind, why did you go get her?
No offense. That's just naturally wrong.
But yeah, we get it. But this is why they got her. Because you got her because she was a celebrity and all the other celebrities were talking. LeBron James, all these people, they were all talking.
Of course.
Go get her. Free BG. Free BG. Mm-hmm. That's part of it. And she's in the gay and lesbian community, so their people is talking. So you had all these people in the presence here. Go get her. Go get her. Go get her. But there's an actual POW that you could have actually swapped. Maybe could have got two. Maybe could have got both of them. And you should have got both.
We're gonna talk. They know they're gonna talk about that.
Right.
That's gonna come up.
And now it's the whole.
And I swear to God,
but you got the
if they do this interview with her, one of them gonna throw that.
Yeah, because now you got the feel-good story of, she went through all this and struggled and she got home.
Crazy interview.
No, she got home. happy for her.
That's gonna be that this interview, that whole is gonna be pay-per-view.
But
it has to be.
Like I said, I can't. It's just like to me.
Because I'd rather it be the truth, words, raw dog, profanity, everything.
See, they ain't gonna do that. That's not gonna
That's
be that. It's not gonna be that.
Victor, that's the only way to do this.
The only way you would have to get.
He's the one talking.
No. I'm just saying. But I'm telling you, like this is the only guy. This is the only way you can have to do. There has to be.
But they're not going to do
no
that.
holds bar.
They're not going
interview.
to do that.
Well, at least not on television. They
They're
might
not.
upload it on.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
She would have to do it.
If it was going on pay-per-view, no holds bar interview like this,
She would have to do it with somebody who is like one of those. She would have to know who she would have to do it with. To be dead honest with you, and he even wouldn't do it. He wouldn't go there. You would have to go on.
Don't say Montel.
No.
Montel.
Oh God. You go on LeBron James show.
He has a show.
The barber.
Yes. Yeah, you go on his show. He has a
barber?
show. No, it's a barbershop.
It's a barbershop. It's
a barbershop show, and it's not even on HBO. It's on YouTube now. But yeah, they moved it to YouTube. Yes, it was on.
No,
HBO.
it was on Showtime. I'm sorry.
I mean, it was on HBO.
Yeah, then they switched to Showtime.
Then they moved it to YouTube actually, and I think it's on. It might be
one of
Showtime.
them shows.
But be that
but
thing,
yeah.
you would have to get LeBron to do that interview.
No. You know who get it? Think about it. Who I'm finna say?
Here we go.
Who we watch? Me and you on YouTube. Start with an M.
Oh, you ain't putting math on there.
I will get my boy math
You
on
ain't
there.
putting math on there.
Math will do
No,
a good. Math will do a good interview on this. Will be shout out to my boy Math. This will be a best interview for him and his boys.
Shout out to Math. I mean, no, because I'm gonna tell you
That
right
would be
now.
a good. Shit.
No,
Because
no.
now they'll go no bar.
See, Math is no filter. He's like, Math is like us. And he's like,
Shout out to Matt, man. I want Matt to do this interview. This will be a good ass interview.
First of all, shout out to Matt Hopper and his podcast and everything that's going on.
Now,
and he's been doing a lot of good things. By the way.
he was.
But
Shout out to him.
no,
But
no. I'm
Hey,
gonna tell you
Matt,
right now.
I hope you get this interview, dog.
I guarantee she
This will
would
be an
not-
interview for your
She would not sit down with them because
them Negroes would.
no, because they're like us. They would ask the questions like we would ask the questions.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, she will not sit down. This is why I said she needs somebody neutral. Like
It wouldn't be comfortable. I'll tell you
no,
that.
because they're gonna. It will be one of those. I'm gonna keep it too real for you.
I can see
she
Matt
she
now.
will be
He'll
out
have
there.
his leg on his.
She'll be hanging off the side of the chair like
You
that.
just the person I wanted to talk to, girl.
No.
Lock the door.
Them niggas
No.
will.
You don't put her in front of Matt. You don't put her in front of Joe Budden. You don't put her in front of like D.L. Hughley. They all got podcasts, by the way. There's a lot of people got podcasts.
My boy,
and I'm gonna tell you right now.
They will fucking have a ball with this.
Like I said, I mean, you just couldn't put them in front of them because I'm gonna tell you right now, it just would.
What is your black ass doing?
It would just go.
That's basically
no. It would go
how the
too far
interview
left.
was-
It would go too far.
It wouldn't
left.
even be an interview.
It would be a conversation.
It'd be like an hour roast session.
No, it wouldn't
No,
be that.
we
It
want
just
roast
because I know how they do.
So
it.
basically, let me break it. Like, say for instance, like somebody in your family, like you don't want to have that conversation with.
Like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Because their boys is like us, but like times 10. Like Matt is hood, but he's like enough hood. His other boys that he has with him, like the dude, I can't forget the whole line. The dude with the glasses is like me.
Yeah. I know
He's
that.
like literally like me. He's like super smart
the
in the
other
pocket.
dude,
He
too.
is that, and he's like when I say super smart, that boy's super smart.
I like the other.
But
dudes
he's like me
They do.
times 10. The other dudes, they got
they
got like the half and half. You know, half hood, half good. They got things like they're basically like you times 10. It's just like because they
that's a fact.
really go hard on them. I mean, when they say they go hard, y'all think I go hard.
Did you see the
I don't go
one
hard. They go
with the
hard, man.
what's that dude, the rapper, the white boy they had the with the
Oh,
glasses?
Surge, when they did Surge, Surge was
yeah,
great.
Surge is cool.
But
I like it.
well, the reason why I say you can't, the reason why I say Brittney cannot have that type of interview because it's too much for her. It would go too far left too fast. That's why I said you go and you do it with Oprah.
So, essentially, the TLDR for this whole situation,
I
I
would love to
suppose,
go there and watch that interview.
is, was it a bad deal? Yes. Are we glad she's home? Yes. I'm not going to say I'm not glad that American's not home. Was it done for money and publicity? Yes. Is this going to come back to bite us in the ass as America as a whole? Definitely. We just released a man who said he loves to kill Americans.
Yep.
So,
Yep. It's all fact.
So it's going to get worse. That's a fact. All in all, this is mostly bad.
You know, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, they got us looking real bad out here. When I say us, I mean the U.S. They got the U.S. looking real bad.
They got the America looking like it doesn't have integrity, and at this point, it doesn't.
No, we don't, because we just did something very. We did something very soft. Where we really could have done something better, or just waited. You know, part of a negotiation is that you negotiate, and if they don't want to move, sometimes you just got to be willing to just wait. She can sit there for a little bit, go back into the paint again, and renegotiate.
Got 9 years.
Putin knew he had leverage because we went to him, and he knew he had.
And he don't want to play no ball.
And he wasn't going to. He wasn't intending on. I'm surprised he actually did this.
He probably threw it out there thinking that we wouldn't do
But
it.
he flew it out there thinking that, well, if this was the only option, he probably didn't give him like options. We probably gave him like 10
I was gonna
options.
say, well, did he have an option? Who he wanted to pick?
The merchant of
Yeah,
death.
he said, I want him, that's it. We probably gave him like 10 different options. He probably said, nah, no matter what you want, you know, if we're going to think about this, I want him.
No, there was no maneuver.
And you know what we did?
We gave him
Okay.
for money.
And I'm not, and again, I know that's tough, and I'm not even trying to be like crazy about it. It's just like this.
I wonder what our Secretary of Defense and Vice President and
They all had to agree.
I know one of them.
No.
I know
I'm
one of them
pretty sure-
in that cabinet was biting their tongue on this.
Oh no,
Somebody in the White House.
Yeah, but
one of them was
ultimately
biting-
they had to agree.
Well, one of them is probably
one of the
thinking of
senators. Some of the senators, I know they biting their tongue like.
But sometimes, I know in politics, just like in anything else, sometimes you just gotta take certain things. You just gotta take an L on. You know, with the potential to try to shift it later.
I can
think that this.
I can see some of them senators just sitting in.
This deal was an L. It would have been a W if we never did it.
I'm sorry. I can see one of them senators. One of the senators is like.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you right now. There's a lot.
You know, one of them wants to turn their tie into a noose.
No, there's a lot of people who is like
biting their tongue, like
no, because
we just giving them this motherfucker.
No, because it just makes us look soft.
I can see them taking one of them glasses off.
No, it just makes us look soft.
Really, we finna get this moment right here.
Yeah, it just makes us look soft.
The one we should have killed, which we should have killed.
No, we didn't have to kill him.
I mean,
we could have just kept him right where he was.
Yeah,
could have kept him right where he was.
Well, we should have killed him, but
no. But be it as it may, if you're gonna keep him as a POW, you keep him as a POW.
Well, he was a chip.
Yes,
and
but you use those as real bargaining chips. And if you were going to give up something like that, was this the best play that you could get for him?
Absolutely.
If this is one of your bigger chips.
If I had
this is like watching Pawn Stars, man. We just got ripped off.
If I had the opportunity to, I wouldn't have put this out in public. I'd have kept this quiet.
No, because they were thinking they were going to get a positive reception. It was all publicity.
No, because they tried. Because here's the thing: there's a lot of people you see it now. Oh, I'm glad Brittney Griner. So I'm glad they're getting some of the reception that they want. It's just not as strong because we knew. Because, like I said, information gets out really fast. We knew that there was other things in play. So they think. So the problem with the American government.
Is that the American government?
No, they think that the American people are stupid. And a lot of times we may act stupid, but they think we are stupid. That's why they do a lot of stuff playing against our stupidity.
Well, to be fair, more than half the people who vote don't know who they're voting for.
Right, but they, like I said, they play into it. So they play into our stupidity. So we do something like this for a PR move. It's the same reason why. No, I'm not gonna go there. We're gonna bypass it.
No.
They just go into they play into the America stupidity, and when we don't respond in a stupid way, when we a lot of people respond in a smart way, then America thinks that, well, they're not as dumb as we thought they were.
Now, speaking of.
But anyway, let's shift off this.
Yeah, let's segue into the next topic.
Let's shift off this. We're gonna talk about something fun, then we'll get to another serious topic. Let's talk about something like fun a little bit.
Well, how about we do an intro?
Yeah. Well, we'll intro in a minute.
About an hour in, yeah.
Yeah. We'll intro. Let's talk about. We're going to cover a couple of quick topics. One,